And that's another thing that comes up too is, we did one last year where we talked about drilling all the levers, put your blocks out, do all your levers, stop in your T, do a lunge and freeze like in a T. Stop and freeze. Make sure you're drilling this, bend your knee a little more, square your hip up just a little bit. Okay, so she's tight, she's lined up. She's trying to square this up. Okay. And do all those drills. But also make sure that when kids kick to a handstand too, because I see a lot of kids do it, is they try to be so precise with that T and all that lever stuff that they lose the flow. They lose the weight shift and flow. Okay, when there's a kick to a handstand, okay, go ahead and do a handstand. Okay, so she kind of has a little bit of a pause in there again. You just want to see her lined up and then the weight going right down on that leg and right up and tight. Okay. Again, because what's this whole thing for? Okay, this is for a round off and a front handspring. Okay, this is your Chenko vault. This is all that stuff that's coming up in the end. So you got to make sure that they are actively moving everything forward. Okay, you don't want to see a pause right there. You'll see some kids will go here and pause and stop. They're still lined up. Pause and lift and then kick in. And again, you can drill that because you can, make sure they're going through those positions, but make sure they understand how to flow it into a handstand. Okay, and one of the places you see that a lot too is on beam, because they're scared, so they stop and then they hold and they lever and they kick. Okay, and then just picture your kid running down the beam, eventually doing a round off, double back off beam, and there better not be a stop, and then a hold, and then a lever, and then there better be some ability to attack and kick to a handstand. So do one more. Okay, good. So make sure there's no angles kicking in right there. Make sure that the body is nice and tight and straight. These guys do tons and tons of handstands. Kick up there and we'll stop real quick. Okay, squeeze tight, pinch. Pull your chest in right there. Okay. All right. Stay tight.
She can do she has my best handstand right now, in level 3.
It's pretty exceptional handstand for a 7-year-old right there. To be able to hold that shape and work that alignment.
She's got the best one of the group right now.
Again,
that's pretty not normal.
Drilled into her. Okay, that's good.
She's not. I mean, the rest of them are kind of icky still,
But that comes from all those laying flat on the floor, being against the wall, toes on the bar. Just spending a lot of time trying to create that kick up there again. Make sure that the chest is in right here. Okay, so the chest is in. Her hips are flat, tight, squeeze, tall and extended, growing there, tight. She gets straight right there. Hold that for a week.
Use your fingers. I've been teaching her how to use her fingers. I think she can hold it forever.
You start to see her core get a little tired right there, see it? She's like, I'm working really hard, but I'm
It's pretty good.
tired and it starts running up like that.
Like I said, that's not like the rest.
I have a question with her. Last year I couldn't get her vertical. So she came up with the idea of bending her back leg in her lunge, and it made her push through faster. I don't know if that'd teach her terrible habits or not, but we went for it, and it worked. But how bad is it?
Down through here, you mean?
Yeah.
No, that's going to happen naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's her idea. She goes, what if I bent my back leg? I was like, I don't know, let's try it.
Yeah, like well, a lot of times, like when you get into wanting to add power to that and doing a round off or even an aerial front walkover things, I know Amy will do those stations where they'll actually bend, go down, and touch the back knee on the ground. Like bend it goes down to the ground like that, and then it comes up. Right, there's foam block, and there's all these little drills and stuff. So there has to be, when you watch a kid run across the floor and land a turtle, and they're going to do a front handspring or a round off when they're standing there for water, this leg does not stay straight. Okay? There has to be this weight shift and transfer from this leg into that leg right there. You get that land, drive, push action. So I think that's actually. I would if you take and make sure that they are again. Some of my kids do that naturally. Getting them to understand push jump up and you push him and you watch when she does that right there. The key is that when she lands on that back leg, it's not straight. You don't want to land keep the grip on like that. She's not going to land on straight. Hopefully not. You got to get straight. You want to land. The key is to land on that leg and be bent and drive that forward into the all that stuff varies on how strong the athlete is, how fast they're moving, you know what I mean? The main thing is that it's like a loaded cannon. When they land on a hurdle like this is like a loaded up cannon. That's the first thing that has to explode. Okay. So we can talk more about like the hurdling and all that because that's why leaning forward on your hurdle is really bad because hold your leg up. Are you righty or lefty? Okay, bend this. Okay, if she leans forward too much on her hurdle, when she lands on that back leg, that cannon's pretty much useless. You know what I mean? We've talked about that. When they get out in front of their back leg too much, then it's not useful to land, which is why they want to land a hurdle a little more back on top of this leg, then it can just explode in there. Let's see your handstand bridge. Pretty good. So again, the things we want to make sure we're emphasizing here is it starts exactly like the handstand you just saw her do so well. All right, so don't let them sog through that first handstand. Make sure they get up and they're in this handstand. Now the first action we want to see is her chest stretch and her shoulders will actually move this way just a little bit, okay? And that's going to keep her in balance right there. You want them to just go from here and fall. You want a little bit of a stretch in the chest going that way, then the weight shifts back like that. Okay, now do a stand up this way. Okay. So make sure that they're doing that nice tall handstand, good stretch in the chest and land. Do a front limber.
She can do one, it's just not real pretty. Where stand up from your bridge, looking at your
bridge
hands.
and then stand up.
Handstand bridge, stand up. She just pulled her head down.
Okay. Again, that is a really important one. Okay. So again, level 3s at this level, make sure you're working on that. And again, you got to be careful too because the core strength has to be there. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're not trying to have a kid do a front limber and there's like nothing in her core and her back's just so there has to be some tightness in there. What we talked about before, a front limber and a back limber. Okay, those are you take your tumbling all the way down to base level, it becomes a kick to handstand and those two skills. Okay, try that one more time. Shift and squeeze. Okay. And again, there's tons of drills and stuff we can go over and stuff like that. But,
did you talk about the core and how to develop the core for that?
We've done conditioning stuff and other stuff. So again, the handstand really important in there. The front limber, make sure you're training that, even though it's not in the routine. Make sure you guys are getting those done. Back limbers at this age, okay, at least reaching back to a mat or a wall or the floor if they're good enough. Can you do standing bridge? Is it good enough? Arms, ears, touch. Spread your legs apart just a little bit. Squeeze your bottom. Tall. That one was kind of interesting. Kick over. Okay, tight. You're tall right there. So make sure you're teaching them how to do that good standing bridge where they're spread your legs apart. Same thing when they start nice and tall, hips are tucked under, tight here. Kind of the hips start to push forward at the same time the shoulders are reaching. So keep your stomach tight right there so they're going through that nice curve shape, and then it keeps reaching down. And then back limber will then keep your feet together. Shift over, see one. Keep shifting that over, and then come up in a wave action to a handstand. So. That back limber is tough too. All right, but again, all that back handspring stuff we always talk about coming up in a wave. This is where they can start to learn it. Break that stuff down. Do it against the wall and come up in a wave. Do it onto a mat, like a low mat like this. doing all that. So front limber and back limber at this stage, back walkovers too, once they can do that stuff. And then the round up back handspring.
Taught too early. Well, you have to say.
Taught too early, you're at it.
Yeah.
Right, that's a pretty good one. Okay. So she does a lot of them on the tramp. And again, keep doing them, you know, on the tramp, on the tramp, on the tramp. Get in positions. That's it. Nice shape. Okay. Pretty good. Let it stretch back just a little longer. Not too bad. Going through some pretty nice shapes there. You see. Do one more. Make sure at the end when you land on your hands, Berkeley, that you're not tightening. Okay. Squeeze your bottom really tight. Snap to a hollow. Make that correct. Keep them pulled out. So that's pretty good. That's, you know, again, look how good that is. And then you bring it out here and it goes like, you know what I mean? So again, you have to do it. You have to do it. But keep it minimal. Keep them over there. She does that 50,000, 70,000 times. Okay, over there. And then let's see it on the track. Do it up on the tongue track. Do it on the red tramp, on that one. Okay, so turn around there, do a standing back handspring. There you go. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. But again, it's a little harder on that than it is on the yellow tramp, so you're going to see her make some more airs with that. She's got to get a little stronger, a little better body position. Do one more. Same snap to hollow shape at the end. Go hollow, and then open it and snap to hollow. See, just kind of forefeet a little bit, something like that. And that's all this natural stuff. Good, come back. So, do those separately over there. Drill your cartwheel step-ins. And let's see if...
Now, Tom, what did, I heard you mention taught too early.
Yeah.
What, did you go over that? Or am I-
Yeah, we have. We've talked about it.
Okay.
And we will. Yeah. Do a cartwheel step-in.
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
Oh, everybody is teaching. So you can tell right here that, you know, this athlete's been really disciplined to start to learn a cartwheel step in and not break her hips down right here. She's learning to push off her hands. Okay, here, give me this leg. Okay, she comes off her hands right here, stay straight here at the end right here. Her chest is hollowing and coming in, and she's tucking her hip under right here. And she's got nice flat hips right through there. Do it again. That's really, see her hip line right through there? That's really good. Okay, now do a standing round up. See, does it look like that? And that's not her fault, you know what I mean? That comes because the round off is hard. All right, it's got to take more leg drive. She's got to understand how to block off her hand a little bit more. Okay, and so that's why